This is Morten from English TV, and we are here with our friends from Tecnau. And I am actually very honored to meet you, Chris. Heidelberg
Very
and
nice to meet you.
Tecnau and a Stahlfolder.
Right.
Inline.
There you go. This is like a world first for us, of course, because it really is. Yeah, it's something that we've been working on for a while. As you know, partnerships always take a little bit of time to come together, but we're very excited. We always had the goal of being here at Printing United and being able to show a Stahlfolder in line with the Tecnau, Unwind and Sheeter. So obviously it's not a new technology overall, but it's the first time for us that we're able to put an automated folder in line with an unwind solution like this.
When you have a setup like this, obviously you have the Tecnau Unwinder, then you have like all the modules that goes into the Stahlfolder system. I was just wondering, just before people go home and do it with their own equipment, I mean, there is probably some kind of integration, right? Is it software or hardware?
Absolutely.
How do you do
No,
it?
there's a certain amount of software integration, obviously from a safety point of view, just to stop circuits, obviously speed following and, sheets running and so on, because obviously if you have a jam up, you want to be sure that, the whole line stops, for example.
Yeah.
So a little bit of work, a little bit of backstreet stuff, but nothing that's nothing too challenging for engineers, I would say. So we're happy to do that.
You told me before we turned on the camera that you have done inline solutions with other vendors. So working with Tecnau and getting into, let's say, the digital market, everybody's talking about the digital transformation right now. Is this an opportunity to grow both companies, you think? Or?
I think it's an opportunity for both of us. Tecnau at one point had a solution, and then at one point they had no solution, and we never had a solution. We've always been the market leader, let's say, in standalone folding machines, as I'm sure you know. And so we never put together this inline solution except in one or two special cases. So the opportunity, I think, for both parties was very good. And therefore, like you said, we want to grab some market share, and obviously that gives more business for both of us.
And I know that obviously Heidelberg also have a close eye on inkjet and digital, but partnering with somebody here, you potentially end up on all the other OEM digital engines. So with the transformation to going digital, it is also capturing maybe a good share of the market, right?
Well, look, there's a lot of players in that market, right? It's a competitive market.
Quite a few more than in the offset world, right?
Yeah, more than in the offset world, absolutely. But in the end, you gain a little bit of market share. You need to have a solution and we have some features that not everybody has, so we can be different. We have some USPs therefore, and as you know, it's always easier to sell if you can show that you're better than the competition in the end. So, we're hoping, we know we have the Heidelberg name behind it. Many of our customers run Stahlfolders, right, in their conventional commercial print business. And so they know the name, they know the reliability and the performance, and therefore that gives them now the opportunity, which they never had before. So we hope to bring that kind of continuity, if you like, to their business.
One thing I can't help think about with a smile in my eyes is that if you look at these folders, right, they are so much faster than any digital print engine right now, so you can grow with it, right?
Yeah, no, you can absolutely grow with it. And obviously there's two, we always talk about inline finishing or nearline finishing, right? And I think you can do both, obviously. What we show here is what we call nearline, where the roll is already printed, which gives in the end the most flexibility. So, but again, capability, we want to get some good projects from that, of course, and obviously the proof of the pudding is when we have production machines, right? So that's always what we're aiming for.
Let's say I'm a PSP in the US and I would like to have this set up. Do I contact Tecnau or do I call Heidelberg, or can you do like a turnkey solution where you take the Tecnau and the Stahl and then bring that to market, or is it still like a collaboration?
No, it's a collaboration, but our goal is that the project is driven by Tecnau, right?
Okay.
Because
so they become like a reseller of Stahl.
Yeah, so they really we want them to drive the opportunities, but our specialists on the folding side will always be there to work with their account managers, because in the end of the day, okay, as you know well, there are simple folding solutions relatively like we show here, but we have other opportunities to crease inline, perf inline, and so on. So we always want to be sure from the Heidelberg side that the customer is buying the right folder.
So does that mean that now we're seeing it with a folding pocket with a trim on it, but does it mean that more, let's say, features of Stahl's portfolio can be integrated as an
Yeah.
online solution. So
Yeah,
we're not limited to this, basically.
We're not limited to this configuration.
That gives even more opportunities in the
even
market.
more
right?
opportunity. Yeah, we showed this solution here because obviously relatively simple, not too complicated for the show, but also probably the most common format. But again, like I said, you could have a second station. You can have what we call our SSP, which is an inline slitting, scoring, perfing unit. Again, just depends on obviously what the customer wants. But again, as we prove ourselves and as people start to ask questions about what they want to be able to do, obviously that integration, that partnership, we hope can grow into areas and different areas.
Yeah, and obviously, man, if you look at a machine like this, as long as you get the paper into your solution
Right.
at the right speed and the right controls between the two systems,
Right.
you can pretty much do anything that you could do if it was an offline solution, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Once the paper's here on the table, then for us we take over. And maybe another feature I don't know if you're aware of that's quite nice is that we call this a hybrid feeder, right? So you can actually put a plate on the top and you can run this as a standalone folder. So if the customer had he had only a certain amount of work, but he wanted to use just the folder, he would be able to do that.
That's a very good KPI, right? Because I mean that basically means that. Does it also mean that let's say that I am an offset printing company, maybe even a Heidelberg customer already,
Right.
and I'm looking into investing in inkjet as well, right? Does that mean that you can actually utilize technology so it can be used for both?
So you could run it in this inline configuration as we're showing here.
Yeah.
And let's say you finished, or even the first shift like that,
Yeah.
you have some other sheets that you want to fold in a conventional way. You can just basically create a regular pallet feeder, if you like, or pile feeder, and use it as a regular folder. So that flexibility also is something we believe quite interesting for a customer. Again, depends on the customer, the volume they have, but look, it's always good. Flexibility is key in this market, as you know. People are always looking for something that maybe they don't have, adding capability, not having to buy more machines than they need. So I think exciting solutions. And again, even in the delivery, as you know, speed is usually limited by what we do at the end, right? How fast people can pack. Here we show again a very simple solution, but again, we have other delivery solutions which we would be able to integrate, and then obviously that would help even higher speeds potentially, and certainly make it easier for the people packing on the back of the machine.
Fantastic. Congratulations on your new venture together with Tecnau.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to speak to you, and thank you
Likewise.
very much. Appreciate it.